Hi there, in this lesson we are going to learn all about plugins. A plugin is a piece of software containing a group of functions that can be added to your WordPress website. They extend functionality or add new features to your WordPress website. Examples of plugins are basically contact forms, galleries, there's booking calendars, pretty much any functionality you can think of. For example, the Elementor page builder that you use, that's a plugin. If you want to add an e-commerce site, like for example WooCommerce, that's a plugin. You have search engine optimization plugins and all of that. Most of the plugins are free unless you upgrade to the paid version. But because they're free, they also don't have any support. There's some good plugins, some are not that great, some are easy to understand, some are quite difficult to install and to set up. So basically what happens is any functionality that you do want to add to your site, if you're unsure about which one to add, you're welcome to get in touch and ask us, and then we will advise you and help you on what's the best plugin to use for that. We will also help you with the setup of the plugins, so you don't have to stress about that at all. The thing about plugins is that it's a continual learning process. There are always new plugins being developed, so any functionality that you're looking for, if you say for example you have a contact form that you've worked with for the last couple of years and a new one comes out, it's always good to try it out because the latest plugins always have really good functionality and they always try and improve on the previous versions and things like that. So yeah, like I say, it's a learning process. It's something that you're going to be continually working with, and that's also part of the support that we offer, is to keep you up to date with these things. If there is something that you're looking for, let us know. We can help you to find it and help you to figure out how to work it. Okay, so let me show you how to find and install a plugin. If you have a look over here on your dashboard on the left, you'll see plugins is a little bit down on the bottom of the page. You basically just hover over, add new. Okay, I was already on the add new page, so it didn't change. You can have a look. It'll show you when it comes up. It'll show you a list of the featured plugins, which are these ones over here. You can also go into popular, and then you can click on recommended, or you can do a basic search for plugins. After you've installed quite a few sites, the plugins that you install regularly will come up. So if I pretty much go into basic search, you can see all the ones that I install. But if you go into the recommended, you can go down. I'm going to install this Auto Optimize. This is basically a plugin that helps to speed up your site. Sites that work really well and are fast are better recognized by Google, so it's really a good thing to install on any website. You can see here there are obviously some plugins that are great, some don't have really good support. So a good thing to look at is if you go to the bottom of all the plugins, you'll see for example this one over here, it's had 1 million active installations. The last time it was updated was a month ago. This one over here is 4 months ago. It's also incompatible with our version of WordPress, so obviously you're not going to install one of those. But if you have a look at this Auto Optimize, which is a good plugin, it's had 1 million active installations. It's got pretty good ratings. It's compatible and it was updated 3 weeks ago, so you know it's a really good plugin. You can go into more details if you want to find out more about it, but we're going to basically install it. Okay, it just takes a little bit of time to install. You will see once it's installed, sometimes they pop up here, or you have to go into your plugins to locate it. After you've installed it, you always need to activate the plugin. Okay, so there it installed, and after it installed, it pretty much jumped out of the recommended plugins because obviously now it's installed. But if we go into our plugin section and we click on installed plugins, we will see it's over there. Okay, so some plugins are automatically added to your left-hand bar. Okay, Auto Optimize is not one of those. So you can see here you actually have to set it up here in your plugins table. If, for example, you have one like, for example, WP Forms, there you can actually set that up from your sidebar. I will show you that in the next lesson where we're actually going to do your contact form and configure your form so that you actually get the emails for those. for now, we're going to go back to here. You click on settings. As I mentioned, all the settings are different, so don't be stressed if you don't know how one works. You can get in touch with us and we will help you with that. So this is something that you might not be aware of, and it's a little bit complicated. All websites have JavaScript. It's part of the code that's in the back end of the site. So you don't really need to know too much about how it works. You just basically have to go in and activate the different CSS is basically your styling of your site. That's what changes the colors and everything like that. JavaScript is a lot of your functionality, and then HTML is the basic coding behind the site. So you just activate all of those, and then you save your changes, and that will update. Okay, so that's plugins. As I said, in our next lesson, we're going to work on your contact page and configure your forms and show you how to do that.